Landa.
Hey everybody, it's Brian.
And we're the young old couple. And today we're going to be talking about the royal wedding. It was held at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. And this is the wedding with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle looked stunning. She wore a Givenchy dress. It was simple, it was elegant, it was plain. It was, the train was gorgeous. She came in with her godsons, held the train, the twins. It was beautiful. She rode up in the Queen's Burgundy Rolls Royce. Her mom was in the vehicle with her at first, and her mom just looked beautiful as well. She looked a little nervous, which is understandable because she's thrust into this royal life. Also, it was about 600 guests that came. As you know, as they were walking in, the cameras and the news people was talking about who was there, and I noticed that Oprah was there. Serena was there with her husband. Also, Idris Elba was there with his fiance. Who else was there?
That's all you did was look at like the stars and stuff that was in the audience.
That's pretty much why I watch it. You know, George Clooney was there with his wife. A host of other people. We had just a lot. It was just a lot of celebrities. People from her show Suits was there, and
that's funny because I never really got into Suits. I never watched it that much.
I never watched Suits, and I really didn't know who she was before you know she got
I hear it's a good show though. I just never got into it. I know a lot of people watch that show, you know, pretty regularly. I just never got into the show too much, but I mean, there was a lot of stars and stuff there. You know, I watched it on the replay. I couldn't watch it this morning when it was happening because I was at work. But I did watch it on the replay, and you know, I did, you know, see a fair amount of stars. I knew they were going to be there. You know, they were going to show out for that kind of thing. In the UK, they really get up for their royal family. So,
the crowd was there. They was camping out. They was, you know, just so happy to see this event because it's the first biracial American married into the royal family. Now she's a duchess and he's the Duke of Sussex. And I was surprised that this ceremony was not traditional. It wasn't your traditional royal wedding. And if you watched it, if you saw, then you could what?
No, it wasn't traditional.
It wasn't traditional at all. It was not. It was okay. I'm going to say it. We had Bishop Curry there, and I didn't know where he was going at first, but his sermon was about love and fire, and he quoted the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I love that. I love the fact that he really was.
I don't know. I think he went a little bit over the top. Yeah, I'm just go ahead and say
he went a
little over the top,
and he stunned the royal family because you saw some of the royals sitting back looking like.
Oh, it was a new thing to them. That was new. That was new. I thought he was gonna ask us to take notes. I thought he had points.
Neighbor.
I thought he was gonna ask us to talk to our neighbor and recite something back to them. It was. For a moment, like you could tell it was building. You could tell like whenever he got the call, he knew he was going to show out. He knew this was going to be his day here.
He was ready.
Because he went in and he didn't stop. I think it had to be 15 minutes.
Yeah, he was.
It had to be at least a good 15 minutes of a strong sermon, and he got to the end where he kept looking back at one of the other, you know. Officiating priest that was there, and he kept looking at him, and that, you know, those guys are reserved, and the guy's looking straight forward, and he looking over at him. The bishop look over, you know, like you know what I'm saying, and what is he doing?
It was not really. It was not in the traditional sense.
It was fun though. It was good.
It was good to watch, and Oprah was swaying. She was like.
I thought Oprah was getting ready to start fanning and humming. She looked like she wanted to know she ain't been in church since. Anyway, Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
But
like
Oprah,
what,
Oprah
dial
got
back.
the
That's Oprah you
got
talk
the
about. No,
got the
we can't talk
rocking,
about Miss Oprah.
looking like she wanted to get a fan and start rocking and oh come on.
Yeah, that was not ready for what Bishop Curry was getting ready to bring. So, I mean, Megan kept her cool. You can tell inside she was kind of, like, come on, hurry up, hurry up.
I think she was built for the role. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, she'd have had a role before, and that one didn't work out. This was the role she was built for. She looks like she fits into this part. I was gonna say earlier. I know when you said traditional, I have to mention like one of my guilty pleasures over the last year has been the show The Crown. Now, if you know me, you probably don't think like, hey, Bryant would sit up and watch The Crown. When I tell you I watched that show religiously, once I started watching it, I watched it religiously on Netflix until I got done with every single episode. And it surprised me because I didn't think I would like it. But everybody had been talking about it, or you see the commercial, The Crown, whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, at heart, I love history. So I wanted to just see the insight that they would give Queen Elizabeth from a historical point, because she's so reserved and so regal and so uptight, stoic, good word.
Stoic. You would never know what she's thinking or what she's feeling because she's always straight faced and uptight.
I have to find the young lady's name. I don't know the young lady's name that plays her in the show, but she got it down. She has it down, and all the interactions between Queen Elizabeth and her husband Philip, and all the things they went through when they were young, and all her interactions with Winston Churchill over all the conflicts and stuff that happened with Great Britain during the time, in the early years of her reign. It was just a really good show, but it did show like the royal family kind of behind closed doors a little bit. And her sister, I believe her sister's name is Margaret. Was Margaret, and just how Margaret's personality was so different from her. And it gives you this insight into how Harry can be who he is, and his brother can be who he is, like where their personalities come from, how, the influence. They hadn't really got up to Charles getting older and marrying Diana. They haven't got to that, but I'm hoping, they get to that in the next season.
Yeah.
But just, it gave me kind of an insight into the personalities and the way they interact with each other.
Yeah. Speaking of Prince Philip.
Wow. You go, hey, you had me laughing. You had me laughing when you talk about.
Hey.
He just looked like he happy to be there, yo.
He was so happy, you guys. I was happy to see him happy. He's 96 years old. Just had surgery on his hip. And he made it to the wedding. He looked like I wouldn't miss this for the world. He was, unlike the Queen, he shows his emotions. He was smiling.
That's Philip. That's how he's always been.
He was just, happy.
I'm saying it like I know him. That's hilarious.
Right.
But that's from just watching him in the show. That's kind of how he's been.
Watching the documentaries.
Yeah.
Watching documentaries, his personality is so much, different than what you think a royal, him holding a royal title will be.
His history in the family history with Philip and Elizabeth aside, he was a fun-loving kind of guy. Yeah. Like that's how he lived his life. And Harry, the way Harry is, kind of mirrors how they say Philip was when he was younger. So I was just saying, I can get how he would be excited to see Harry finally win. Like Harry's winning because Philip had so many losses he had to take, because basically he had to step behind Queen Elizabeth. So everything he had to put aside to be behind Queen Elizabeth. And according to the show The Crown, he had a hard time dealing with that early on. And I think there's going to be some of that coming up for Meghan Markle. Like protocol with the royal family is just protocol with the royal family.
She's going to have to forget everything she knew. And this is going to be a new life for her. She's going to be thrusted into this life, and she's going to have to learn the protocol and learn the do's and don'ts and just kind of like fall in line. basically. I mean, there's some things that her and Harry probably change or step outside and be little rebels about. But other than that, she's going to have to know her role.
and play accordingly.
Play the game. Know your role.
Look like Kate. The fill in line. Kate know exactly what she needs to do.
Exactly what she need to do, and she's just waiting patiently to become queen. It's just, that is what it is. But anyway, we're not gonna be long-winded about it. We just wanted to come in and talk to you about the royal wedding and how beautiful it was.
It's long though.
It was long, and there was a cello player. He played about 3 selections, but it was beautiful. It was nice. And as they left out, I could hear there was a gospel choir singing.
They sung during the thing.
They sung
too?
"Stand by Me." It was nice.
Stand by me, because we sing that all the time.
Well, I think that was kind of like a message to Harry, like, "Hey, from Meghan."
Okay, but
stand by me.
All right, I get it.
When I get ready to go off these protocols, stand by me.
Ain't nothing he can do.
Nah,
ain't gonna be nothing he can do. When the queen put her foot down, Harry gonna fall in line, and his brother, he gonna make sure of it.
Yeah.
I do think that was one of my takeaways, is that, I love William and Harry's, their relationship as brothers. They seem like they still try to keep that fun-loving thing between them as brothers.
I love to see that too. I love to see that too.
What was the other thing I wanted to say? You got the choir.
Yeah, the choir.
That was a good part. But I wanted to just, you think Meghan was going to church like that? Like, it seemed like it was a little bit churchy.
No.
But I don't really get churchy from her. Maybe that's the part we don't know about Meghan.
Well, I don't know if she was up in no Pentecostal or no Baptist or nothing like that. I think she was more like a cathedral,
worship center, life center,
yeah,
non-denominational.
Non-denominational. I'm feeling them vibes from her. I'm not feeling the.
Nothing against non-denominational. You non-denominational.
Yeah,
hey, that's
no
a great thing.
I'm not feeling that she was up in Bishop Curry's church though. Listen to his sermons. But I think that was probably something the Queen set up or the royal family set up. I don't think that really had nothing to do with Meghan. I'm thinking.
I don't know. I think they wanted to add a little color. Pardon the pun. Add a little color to it, and it came across that way. Also, love the uniform. The uniform Harry had on, uniform. That was kind of dope. I thought it had kind of a Wakanda kind of feel. He went super black with it. I don't know if there's a message in that.
With the little ruffled pleats going down.
It was pretty tight. It was pretty tight.
It was nice. It was nice. He looked real dapper. Prince Henry. What's his full title? What's his full name?
I don't know. You say he had like 5 or 6.
Prince Henry Charles Albert David, and how they got Prince Harry out of that, I don't know. But anyway, we're going to wrap this video up. It was a nice little conversation we had. Hopefully you guys watched it. If you didn't, it'll be playing 1,000 times. You'll see it.
Yeah, but make sure you watch this video, subscribe, comment, share. Please. Tell your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers and friends, everybody, nieces, the children, dogs and cats, everybody, get everybody on board. Please. We'd like to get as many videos out here as we can.
And we're going to get better.
We want views and all of that. Shout out to my homeboy,
Mayberry.
Paul Mayberry and Jody over there. And
hey, Jody.
Get up and check our show out. I also have a podcast that covers and deals with sports and more, I would say, manly topics.
Oh, okay.
But the name of our podcast is the Free Therapy Show. And you can catch that on SoundCloud or check us out, just the Free Therapy Guys. But can't wait to get back in the studio.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you.
Later.
Hello, I'm Elanda.
Hey, it's Bryant.
And we're the Young Old Couple. And today we're going to be talking about the royal wedding with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, which now there are the Dutch and Duchess of Sussex. The wedding.
The Duke. The Dukes and Duchess. Jesus Christ.
The Dutch and Duchess. Oh my God, I can't with you, man. I can't. I'm sorry.